release of EA College Sports, College Football 26. And right there you see the deluxe edition, which we'll dive into in a second. On the cover, Ryan Williams, Jeremiah Smith, no shortage of star-studded talent. And you think about it, 8 of the 11 cover athletes were 5 stars. That includes Bryce Underwood, the number 1 player in the class of 2025, who hasn't even taken a snap of college football yet. Drew, I know you love this stat, 10 of the 11 former top 247 players as well. The only outlier, Sam Levitt, who was a 4-star, right? So they want to talk about rankings. Well, it could help you be on the cover of EA College Sports. Drew, I got to start with you on this one, man. How's it feel to see the fruits of your labor right there on the world's biggest video game?
It's pretty cool, Cooper, right? I have EA Sports 2026. I'm going to get the next video game. I think what's a little crazy here, Ryan Williams and Jeremiah Smith on the cover as sophomores. And Cooper, me and you kind of build that class of 2025 wide receiver group as generational. But I don't think if we did this a year ago, we sat in these chairs and talked about the video game coming out, we would have projected that, hey, Jeremiah Smith would be there. Hey, Ryan Williams. But these are the guys are the face of college football right now. And Cooper, the more I've marinated on it, I know we've talked behind the scenes, off air all the time about it. Jeremiah Smith might be the best player I've ever scouted from an early age. And if it's not him, then it's Travis Hunter, who was on last year's cover for the video game. So these guys deserve it. And I'm excited to see what they're going to be able to do in their year 2 campaign on the field.
I really just want to add how difficult this job is that you guys do. And to nail that number you dropped, I think you said 8 of 11, that's incredible. I mean, that's really difficult to do. So take your victory lap, Ivins, Coop as well. Very impressive job. But seeing those guys, I mean, Jeremiah Smith, not a big shocker there. Ryan Williams. I mean, Jeremiah Love's kind of a shocker for me. Not necessarily him being on there, but a year ago, I'm not sure I would have projected that. So pretty impressive. But again, what you guys do behind the scenes, I don't think the fans realize how difficult it is.
I think the cool part about it is the number of guys. I think it's 5 guys within the last 2 cycles, right? So you think about 2025, 2024. We talked about Bryce Underwood, but Jeremiah Smith, Ryan Williams, DJ Lagway, those type of guys. Dylan Stewart, the other guy. It's cool because in the traditional sense of the video game, it used to be the guys that really couldn't benefit off a name, image, and likeness. They were off to Sundays to play in the NFL. Now you have guys going into their sophomore year are now the face of college football, which is pretty neat. Great moment for those guys and those young men and their families as they get to celebrate on the cover of EA College Sports. But it also raises another question, Drew. Who do you have your money on next year for the cover of 2027 is maybe a two-way way of putting it, a name to know, but also a guy that you could bet on and could see as a cover athlete for 2027.
I got 2 names for you, Cooper. And the first one, I subscribe to the theory that Arch Manning is going to play 2 seasons of college football. So I don't think he's going to go off to the 2026 NFL draft. And so why not Arch Manning? He might be the most popular college football player of our time. I mean, Arch Madness, baby. I'm all in on that. Now, I think what makes it a little bit confusing, if we go back to last year in EA Sports 2025, there was some uncertainty whether or not Arch Manning was going to be in the game. Remember, everyone had to opt in. So Arch Manning would be my pick. And hey, did you guys know this? Peyton Manning, Eli Manning never made the Madden cover. So Arch can do something that, hey, the relatives didn't. My sleeper, how about 2026 recruit Keyshawn Henderson? I could see him up there with that Davy Crockett hat. And I know we're going to talk about quarterbacks in the Elite 11, but that's one that came to mind as well.
I actually love that. I never really thought about Keyshawn Henderson being on there, but I'm going to go, Notre Dame fans are going to love this, and then Notre Dame fans are going to hate the other guy, but I think C.J. Carr wins the job. Riley Leonard's gone. Steve Angeli's gone. I think C.J. Carr, this is his moment. I think he's going to have a big year in South Bend with the Fighting Irish. So I think a year from now we're going to be talking about him. He's going to be a household name. All the stuff about, oh, it's Lloyd Carr's grandson. How did he pick Notre Dame over Michigan? I think it's going to be something of the past, and they're all going to be talking about how talented he is and how well he did with Notre Dame this year. And then the other guy I'm watching is, since we're including freshmen and second-year guys, Deuce Knight. I think the Auburn quarterback, I'm not saying he is a lock to win the job by any stretch. I think Jackson Arnold's going to be the guy once Auburn takes the field in week 1. But I think by the end of the season, you're going to hear so much about Deuce Knight that he is going to be the household name moving into the 2026 football season. I think he is going to be terrific as a freshman. Everybody I talked to around the Auburn program says he is so far ahead of the curve and so much better than they expected. He is the first one in, the last one out. I mean, he is putting in the work. I think Deuce Knight's going to be on that cover, that expanded cover to like 10, 11 guys next year.
I like all those picks, all quarterback picks, and I'll stick in that lane for that reason. I'm going to go Austin Simmons, Ole Miss. Drew, you and I think all the way back in the last fall, we're trying to figure out, all right, who could potentially be the next Cam Ward? If there was going to be a guy that was going to jump into the portal, that was going to have this ripple effect on college football. We got to see glimpses of Austin Simmons, that drive that he led against Georgia, scoring a touchdown there when Jackson Dart was banged up a little bit. We've gotten to see flashes of high-level play. Now we get to see a full year of him. I'm really, really excited about Austin Simmons, and I think Ole Miss, with what they've done in the portal, which is where they've made a living, that's a sleeper team in the SEC. I think some other guys that you look at, how about we stick in Austin on the other side of the ball? What about Colin Simmons? I'm surprised he didn't make it this year as well. That's a name that would jump out maybe opposite of Dylan Stewart. Other names as well. Do we see Keelan Russell at some point this season? We all know how electric of a prospect he is. And then Jonah Williams. I mean, it's a lot of Texas flavor here, Drew, but we've already talked about the number one guy on your freaks list, the impact that he's had on Texas's baseball team, one of the top baseball teams in the country. So no shortage of dynamic prospects. We'll be fired up for that. EA Sports College Football 2026. Going to be the talk of the town here shortly here. Glad it's back. Glad it's back in our living rooms.